Opinion's but a fool that makes us scan the outward habit by the inward man. But stay, the nights are coming, we will withdraw into the gallery.
Scene 3, the mean night. Scene 3. The same hall of state, a banquet prepared, enter Simonides, Tyre lords, attendants, and knights from tilting.
Lost my place.
Page keeps jumping.
Yeah.
The dogs are back. The dogs are back. They got back in.
Oh.
That's good.
Better be quiet.
The first lines of scene 3, Richard.
All right, I'm looking, yeah. No, I'm all messed up here. Sorry, guys. Can you proceed?
Knights, to say you're welcome were superfluous to place upon the volume of your deeds. It is the title page. Your worth in arms were more than you expect, or better than's fit. Since every word's in shoal commends itself, prepare for mirth becomes a feast. You are princes and my guests.
But you, my knight and guest, to whom this wreath of victory I give, and crown you king of this day's happiness.
I think you jumped Leilani's line there.
Oh, it's not the Isha?
It's marked a Tyre.
I think she could take that part.
She was supposed to? Okay.
It's originally Una.
Oh, okay. Tyre's Una, okay.
All right.
'Tis more by fortune, lady, than by merit.
Call it by what you will. The day is yours, and here, I hope, is none that envies it. In framing an artist art hath just decreed to make some good, but others to exceed. And you are her labored scholar, come queen of the feast. For daughter, so you are, here take your place, marshal the rest as they deserve their grace. We are honored much by a good Simonides. Your presence glads our days. Honor we love, and who hates honor hates the gods above.
So, yours.
Yonder is your place. Some other is more fit.
Come in not, sir, for we are gentlemen. Neither in our hearts or our outward eyes ever the great not do the low despise.
You are right, courteous knights.
Ah, sir. By Jove, I wonder.
That's my life. By Jove, I wonder that is king of thoughts. These cates resist me, but she but thought upon.
By Juno, that is queen of marriage, all vivens that I eat do seem unsavory. Wishing him might meet, sure he is a gallant gentleman.
Ah, he is but a country gentleman, and has done no more than other knights have done, and has broken a staff or two and let it pass.
To me, he seems like diamond to glass.
Young kings to me like to my father's picture, which tells me in that glory once he was, had princes fit like stars about the throne, and he the sun for them to reverence. none that beheld him but like lesser light did veil their crowns the premise. Where now his son, like a glowworm in the night, the which hath fire in darkness, none in light, whereby I see that time's the king of men, he's both their parent and he is their grave, and gives them what will, not what they crave.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
What are you merry, knights?
Who can be other than his royal presence?
Oh, God.
Here with a cup that stored under
Yeah, here with a cup that's stored unto the brim. As you do love, fill to your mistress' lips, we drink this health to you.
We thank you,
Thank you,
Grace.
Grace.
Yeah, yes. She had paused a while. Your knights doth sit too melancholy, as if the entertainment in our court had not a show might countervail his worth. No, did not you, Vesa?
What is it to me, my father?
Oh, tend my daughter. Princes in this should live like gods above, who freely give to everyone that comes to honor them. And princes, not doing so, are like to gnats, which make a sound but killed are wondered at. Therefore, to make his entrance more sweet, here, say we drink this standing bowl of wine to him.
Alas, my father, it befits not me unto a stranger knight to be so bold. He may my prefer take for an offense, since men take women's gift for impudence.
How? Do as I bid you, or you'll move me else.
Now, by the gods, he could not please me better.
And furthermore, tell him we desire to know of him, of whence he is, his name and parentage.
The king, my father, sir, has drunk to you,
I thank him.
wishing it so much blood unto your life.
I thank both him and you, and pledge him freely.
Yeah.
And further, he desires to know of you, of whence you are, your name and parentage.
A gentleman of Tyre, my name Pericles, my education been in art and arm, who, looking for adventures in the world, was by the rough seas reft of ships and men, and after shipwreck driven upon this shore.
He thanks your grace, names himself Pericles. Pericles, a gentleman of Tyre, who only by misfortune of the seas, bereft of ships and men cast on this shore.
I'm lost again. Shoot.
Richard, what shall we do with you?
Cancel me.
Cancel
My subscription.
Now, by the gods, I pity his misfortune. That's it right there. And we will awake him from his melancholy. Come, gentlemen, we sit too long on trifles and waste the time which looks for other revels. Even in your armors, as you are addressed, and will become a soldier's dance. I will not have excuse without saying this loud music is too harsh for ladies' heads, and since they love men in arms as well as in beds.
So this was well asked, 'twas so well performed. Come, sir, here's a lady that wants breathing too. And I've heard you knights of Tyre are excellent in making ladies trip, and that their measures are as excellent.
In those that practice them they are, my lord.
Oh, that's as much as you would be denied of your fair courtesy. Unclasp. Thanks, gentlemen, to all. All have done well.
To
But
you,
you, the best pages in life. I'm lost.
these knights unto the several lodges. We have given order to be next our own princes. It is too late to talk of lover. But that's the mark I know you level at. And
Okay.
therefore each one betake him to his rest, and tomorrow all for speeding do their best.
Scene 4, Tyre, a room in the governor's house. Enter Helicanus and Escani.
No, Escanes, know this of me. Antiochus from incest lived not free, for which the most high gods, not minding longer to withhold the vengeance that they had to store. And due to this heinous capital offense, even to the height and the pride of all his glory, when he was seated to a chariot of an inestimable value, and his daughter with him, a fire from heaven came and shriveled up their bodies even to loathing, for they so stunk that all their eyes adored them ere their fall, and scorn now their hand should give them burial.
'Twas very strange.
But justice, for those this king were great. His greatness was so no guard to bar heaven's shaft, but sin had his reward.
'Tis very true.
'Tis not a man in private conference or council would suspect him, but he
Shall no longer grieve without reproof.
And cursed be he that will not second it.
Follow me then, Lord Helicanus, a word. With me, and welcome. Happy day, my lord. And know that our griefs are then risen to the top, and now at length they overflow their banks. Your griefs are what? Well, wrong not this prince you love. Wrong not yourself then, noble Helicane. But if the prince do live, let us salute him. Know what grounds made happy by his breath, for in the world he lived, we'll seek him out. In his grave he rests, we'll find him there. And be resolved he lives to govern us, or dead gives to cause to mourn his funeral, and leave us to our free election.
Whose death and deeds the strongest in our censure, knowing this kingdom is without a head, like goodly buildings left without a roof, soon fall to ruin. Your noble self that best know how to rule and how to reign, we thus submit unto our sovereign.
Live, for honor's cause, forbear your suffrages. If that you love Prince Pericles, forbear. And take I your wish, I leap into the seas, where hourly trouble for a minute's ease. 12 months longer, let me entreat you to forbear the absence of your king. And for if which term expired, he not return, I shall with aged patience bear your yoke. And if I cannot win you to this love, then go search like nobles, like noble subjects, and in your search spend your adventurous worth with whom you may find and win unto return, and you shall like diamonds sit about his crown. Oh, with windows he'll have a fool that will not yield, and since Lord Helicane insures, we with our travels will endeavor it. Well, then, you love us. We too. And we'll clasp hands where pairs thus knit a kingdom's wherever stand.
Scene 5, Pentapolis, a room in the palace. Enter Simonides reading a letter. At one door, the knights meet him.
Good moral to the good Simonides.
Knights, from my daughter, this I let you know, that for this 12th month she'll not undertake a married life. Her reason to herself is only known, which yet from her by no means can I get.
May we not get access to her, my lord?
Faith, by no means. She has so strictly tied her to her chamber, that 'tis impossible. 12 moons more she'll wear Diana's livery. This by the eye of Cynthia hath she vowed, and on her virgin honor will not break it.
Loath to bid farewell, we take our leaves.
So, they are well dispatched. Now to my daughter's letter. She tells me here she's wed the stranger knight, or never more to view nor day nor light. 'Tis well, mistress, your choice agrees with mine. I like that well, nay, how absolute she's in it, not minding whether I dislike or no. Well, I do commend her choice, and will no longer have it be delayed. Soft, here she comes. I must dissemble it.
All fortune to the good Simonides.
Yeah, to you as much, sir. I am beholden to you for your sweet music this last night. I do protest my ears were never better fed with such delightful, pleasing harmony.
It is your grace's pleasure to commend, and not my desert.
Sir, you are music's master.
The worst of her scholars, my good lord.
Let me ask you one thing. What do you think of my daughter, sir?
A most virtuous princess.
And she is fair too, is she not?
As fair a day in as a fair day in summer, wondrous fair.
Sir, my daughter thinks very well of you. Aye, so well, that you must be her master, and she will be your scholar. Therefore, look to it.
I am unworthy for her schoolmaster.
She thinks not so. Peruse this writing else.
Here, a letter that she loved the knight of Tyre. 'Tis the king's subtlety to have my life. Oh, seek not to entrap me, gracious lord, a stranger and distressed gentleman that never aimed so high to love your daughter, but bent all offices to honor her.
Thou hast bewitched my daughter, and thou art a villain.
By the gods, I have not. Never did thought of mine levy offense, nor never did my actions yet commence a deed might gain her love or your displeasure.
Traitor, thou liest.
Traitor!
Aye, traitor.
Even in his throat, unless it be the king that calls me traitor, I return the lie.
Oh, by the gods, I do applaud his courage.
My actions are as noble as my thoughts, that never relished of a base descent. I came unto your court for honor's cause, and not to be a rebel to her state, and he that otherwise accounteth me This sword shall prove he's honor's enemy.
No. Here comes my daughter. She can witness it.
Then, as you are as virtuous as fair, resolve your angry father, if my tongue did e'er solicit, or my hand subscribe to any syllable that made love to you.
Why, sir, say if you had. Who takes offense at that would make me glad.
Yea, mistress, are you so peremptory? I am glad on it with all my heart. I'll tame you. I'll bring you in subjection. Will you, not having my consent, bestow your love and your affections upon a stranger, who, for aught I know, may be, nor can I think the contrary, as great in blood as I myself? Therefore, hear you, mistress, either frame your will to mine, and you, sir, hear you, either be ruled by me, or I will make you man and wife. Nay, come, your hands and lips must seal it too, and being joined, I'll thus your hopes destroy, and for a further grief, God give you joy. What, are you both pleased?
Yes, if you love me, sir.
Even as my life or blood that fosters it.
What, are you both agreed?
Yes,
if it
if
please
it
your
please
majesty.
majesty.
It pleases me so well that I will see you wed, and then with what haste you can, get you to bed.
Act 3. Are we taking a break here, or continue?
Take a break
Oh,
right
oh,
after.
yeah, actually, yeah, because Richard has to leave. Okay. Act
Well,
3.
no, I got this figured out now, so I'm good for a little while longer.
Okay,
Thanks
good.
for the cue on the arrow.
Oh, yeah.
David. So we're
Act
we're
3.
stopping for a minute?
I think we're going to continue for a while, right, Jim?
Okay.
At least
Yeah,
with
okay.
this one speech, and then take a
All
break.
right.
Okay. Act 3, enter Gawa.
Now, sleepy slate hath the rout, nor din but snores the house about, made louder by the o'er-fed breast of this most pompous marriage feast. The cat, with eyne of burning coal, now crouches for the mouse's hole, and crickets sing at the oven's mouth, ere the blither for their drouth. Hymen hath brought the bride to bed, where by the loss of maidenhead a babe is molded. Be attent, and time that is so briefly spent with your fine fancies quaintly etched, but done in show are plain with speech.
Some show enter Pericles and Simonides at one door with attendant. A messenger meets them, kneels, and gives Pericles a letter. Pericles shows it Simonides. The Lord steals to him. Then enter Tyre with child, with Lycordia, a nurse. The king shows her the letter. She rejoices. She and Pericles take leave of her father and depart with Lycordia and their attendants. Then exit Simonides and the rest.
By many a dern and painful perch, a Pericles the careful search, by the four opposing coins which is the world together joins, is made with all due diligence, that horse and sail and high expense can steed the quest at last from Tyre, fame answering the most strange inquire. To the court of King Simonides our letters brought, the tenors these: Antiochus and his daughters dead, the men of Tyrus on the head of Helicanus would set on the crown of Tyre, but he will none. The mutiny be their hastest oppress. Say to him, if King Pericles come not home in twice 6 moons, he, obedient to their dooms, will take the crown. The sum of this, brought hither to Pentapolis, he ravished the region round, and every one with clack and sound. Our heir apparent is a king, who dreamed, who thought of such a thing. Brief he must hence depart to Tyre, his queen with child makes her desire, which who shall cross along to go, amid we all their dole and woe. By Troia her nurse she takes, and so to sea their vessel shakes, on Neptune's billows half the flood, hath their keel cut, but fortune's mood varies again the grisly north, disgorges such a tempest forth, that as a duck for life that dives, so up and down the poor ship drives. The lady shrieks, and well anear does fall and travail with her fear. And what ensues in this fell storm shall for itself perform. I nil relate, action may, conveniently the rest convey, which might, nor what by me is told, in your imagination hold, this stage the ship upon whose deck the sea-tossed Pericles appears to speak.
Thou God of this great vast, rebuke these surges, which wash both heaven and hell, and thou that hast upon the winds command, bind them in brass, having called them from the deep. Oh, still thy deafening dreadful thunders, gently quench thy nimble sulphurous flashes. Oh, how, Lycordia, how does my queen, thou stormest venomously, wilt thou spit all thyself? The seaman's whistle is as a whisper in the ears of death. Unheard, Lycordia, Christina, O divinest patroness and midwife gentle to those that cry by night, convey thy deity aboard our dancing boat, make swift the pangs of my queen's travails. Now, Lycordia.
Here is a thing too young for such a place, who, if it had conceived, would die, as I am like to do. Take in your arms this piece of your dead queen.
Oh, now, Lycordia.
Patience, good sir. Do not assist the storm. Here is all that is left living of your queen, a little daughter. For the sake of it, be manly and take comfort.
Oh, you gods, why do you make us love your goodly gifts and snatch them straight away? We here below recall not what we give, and therein may use honor with you.
Patience, good sir, even for this charge.
Now, mild may be thy life, for a more blusterous birth had never babe. Quiet and gentle thy conditions, for thou art the rudeliest welcome in this world that ever was prince's child. Happy what follows. Thou hast as chiding a nativity as fire, air, water, earth, and heaven can make, to herald thee from the womb. Even at the first, thy loss is more than can thy portage quit, with all thou canst find here. Now, the good gods throw their best eyes upon it.
What carriage, sir? What save God save you?
Courage enough, I do not fear the flaw. It hath done me to the worst. Yet for the love of this poor infant, this fresh new seafarer, I would it would be quiet.
Slack the codlings there, and wilt thou, blow and split thyself.
Sea room and the brine and cloudy billow kiss the moon, I care not.
Sir, your queen, most overboard. The sea works high, and the wind is dead loud, and will not with it till the ship be cleared of the dead.
That's your superstition.
Pardon us, sir, but with us at sea it hath been more observed, and we are strong in custom. Therefore briefly yield her, for she must overboard me straight.
As you think meet, O wretched queen.
Here she lies, sir.
A terrible childbed hast thou had, my dear. No light, no fire, the unfriendly element forgot thee utterly. Nor have I time to give thee hallow to thy grave, but straight must cast thee, scarcely coffined, into the ooze, where for a moment upon thy bones an air remaining lamps, the belching whale and humming water must overwhelm thy corpse, lying with simple shell. Oh, Lycordia, bid Nestor bring me spices, ink, and paper, my casket and my jewels, and bid Nicander bring me the satin coffer. Lay the babe upon the pillow. Hie thee, whilst I stay, a priestly farewell to her. Suddenly, woman.
There we have a chest beneath the hatches, pocket, betooned ready.
I thank thee, mariner. Say, what coast is this?
We are near Tarsus.
Thither, gentle mariner, alter thy course for Tyre. When canst thou reach it?
Break of day, the wind cease.
Oh, make for Tarsus. There will I visit Cleon, for the babe cannot hold out to Tyrus. There I'll leave it at careful nursing. Go thy ways, good mariner. I'll bring the body presently. Scene 2, Ephesus, a room in Ceramon's house. Enter Ceramon with a servant and some persons who have been shipwrecked.
Philemon ho! Philemon? Philemon?
Philemon.
Oh,
Well, it's me. Oh,
Hello, where are you?
all right, here I am. Doth my lord call?
get fire and meat for these poor men. It's been a turbulent and stormy night.
I have been in many, but such a night as this till now I ne'er endured.
Your master will be dead ere you return. There's nothing can be ministered to nature that can recover him. Give this to the apothecary and tell me how it works.
Good morrow.
Good morrow to your lordship.
Gentlemen, why do you stir so early?
Sir, our lodging, standing bleak upon the sea, shook as the earth did quake, and very principles did seem to rend, and all the topple, pure surprise and fear made me quit the house.
That is the cause we trouble you so early. 'Tis not our husbandry.
Oh, you say well.
But I much marvel at your lordship, having each rich Tyre about you, should by these early hours shake off the golden slumber of repose. It is most strange, and nature should be so conversant with pain, bring thereto not compelled.
I hold it ever. Virtue and cunning were endowments greater than nobleness and riches. Careless heirs may the two latter darken and expend, but immortality attends the former, making a man a god. 'Tis known I ever have studied physic, through which secret art, by turning o'er authorities, I have, together with my practice, made familiar to me and my aid the blessed infusions that dwell in vegetatives, in metals, stones, and I can speak of the disturbances that nature works, and of her careers, which doth give me a more contenting course of true delight than to be thirsty after tottering honor or tie my treasure up in silken bags to please the fool in death.
Your honor has through Ephesus poured forth your charity, and hundreds call themselves your creatures, who by you have been restored. And now your knowledge, your personal pain, but even your purse still open, hath built Lord Sarimon such strong renown as time shall ne'er decay.
Sir, lift there.
What is that?
Sir, even now does the sea toss upon her shore this chest. 'Tis of some wrack.
Set down. Let's look upon it.
Is it like a coffin, sir?
Whate'er it be, 'tis wondrous heavy. Retch it open straight. If the sea's stomach be overcharged with gold, 'tis a good constraint of fortune. It belches upon us.
'Tis so, my lord.
How close 'tis chalked and bitumen, and did the sea cast it up?
I never saw so huge a bellow, sir. Is tossed up all upon the shore.
Retch it open. Soft. Soft. It smells most sweetly in my sense.
A delicate odor.
As ever hit my nostril. So up with it. O you most potent gods, what's here? A corse.
Most strange.
Shrouded in cloth of state. Balmed and treasured with full bags of spices. A passport, too. Apollo, perfect me in the characters. Here I give to understand, if e'er this coffin drive a land, I, King Pericles, have lost this queen, with all our mundane cost. Who find her, give her burying. She is the daughter of a king. Besides this treasure for a fee, the gods requite this charity. If thou livest, Pericles, thou hast a heart even cracked for woe. This chanced tonight.
It's likely, sir.
Nay, certainly tonight. For look how fresh she looks. They were too rough that threw her out in the sea. Make a fire with them. Fetch hither all my boxes in my closet. Death may usurp on nature many hours, and yet the fire of life kindle again. The overpressed spirits. I've heard of an Egyptian that had 9 hours lean dead, who was by good appliance recovered. Well said, well said. The fires and cloths. The rough and woeful music that we have, cause it to sound. Beseech you. The viol, once more, how thou stirrest, thou block. The music there, I pray you, give her air. Gentlemen, this queen will live. Nature awakes. A warm breath breathes out of her. She has not been entranced about 5 hours. See how she begins to blow into life's flower again.
The heavens! Oh, through you increase your wonder and set up your fame forever!
She is alive! Behold!
Alive!
Her eyelids! Behold! Her eyelids! Cases to those heavenly jewels which Pericles has lost. Begin to part their fringes with of bright gold. The diamonds of a most praised water do appear to make the world twice rich. Live and make us weep to hear your fate, fair creature, rare as you seem to be.
Oh, dear Diana, where am I? Where's my lord? What world is this?
What, this strange?
Most rare.
Hush, my gentle neighbors. Lend me your hands. To the next chamber bear her. Get linen. Now this matter must be looked into, for her relapse is mortal. Come, come, and Eclyspius, guide us.
Scene 3. Tarsus. A room in Cleon house. Enter Pericles, Cleon, Dionysa, and Lycordia with Marina in her arms. Most honored Cleon, I must needs be gone. My 12 months are expired, and Tyre stands in litigious peace. You and your lady take from my heart all thankfulness. The gods make up the rest upon you.
Your shafts of fortune, though they hurt you mortally, yet glance full wonderingly on us.
O your sweet queen, that the strict fates had pleased you had brought her hither, to have blessed mine eyes with her.
We cannot but obey the powers above us. Could I rage and roar as doth the sea she lies in, yet the end must be as 'tis. My gentle babe Marina, whom, for she was born at sea, I have named her so. Here I charge your charity withal, leaving her the infant of your care, beseeching you to give her princely training, that she may be mannered as she was born.
Fear not, my lord, but thank your grace that fed my country with your corn, for which the people's prayers still fall upon you. Must in your child be thought on. If neglection should therein make me vile, the common body, by you relieved, would force me to my duty. But if that my nature needs a spur, the gods revenge it upon me and mine, to the end of generation.
I believe you, your honor and your goodness teach me to it, without your vows. Till she be married, madam, by bright Diana, whom we honor, all unscissored shall this hair of mine remain, though I show ill in it. So I take my leave. Good madam, make me blessed in your care in bringing up my child.
I have one myself, who shall not be more dear to my respect than yours, my lord.
Madam, my thanks and prayers.
We'll bring your grace even to the edge of the shore, and give you up to the masked Neptune and the gentlest winds of heaven.
I will embrace your offer. Come, dearest madam. Oh, no tears, Lycordia, no tears. Look to your little mistress, on whose grace you may depend hereafter. Come, my lord. Scene 4, Ephesus, a room in Ceramon's house. Enter Ceramon and Tyre.
Madam, this letter and some certain jewels lay with you in your coffer, which are now at your command. Know you the character?
It is, my lords, that I was shipped at sea. I well remember, even on my remaining time, but whether they're delivered by the holy gods, I cannot rightly say. But since King Pericles, my wedded lord, I ne'er shall see again, a vestal library will I take me to, and never more have joy.
Madam, if this you purpose as you speak, Diana's temple is not distant afar, where you may abide till your date expire. Moreover, if you please, a niece of mine shall there attend you.
My recompense is thanks, that's all. Yet my goodwill is great, though the gift small.
Act 4, Enter Gower.
Richard may have left the building.
No.
He's right there.
Still here.
Let me do. Let me do. By the way, are we hearing a smoke alarm somewhere?
I am, yes. It's kind of like a bird cheeping, but yes, smoke alarm is quite correct.
It ain't Ty.
It ain't Ty.
Who's got
been
the
smoking?
smoke
It's
alarm?
not me. I don't have a smoke alarm.
A smoke alarm, a
Or a
battery.
bird.
Oh, I think it's mine.
Oh,
Tear it to the wall and pull the battery out.
Narrowed it down.
all right. Just so we know.
It means the
Let me
battery is
say-
dead.
Oh, okay.
Is your house on
I have
fire?
to find out which one.
All right. Imagine Pericles arrived at Tyre, welcomed and settled to his own desire. His woeful queen we leave at Ephesus. Unto Diana there's a votaress. Now to Marina bend your mind, whom our fast-growing scene must find. At Tarsus and by Cleon trained, in music letters who hath gained, with education all the grace, which makes her both the heart and place of general wonder, but alack, that monster envy oft the rack of earned praise Marinia's life seeks to take off by treason's knife. And in this kind hath our Cleon one daughter and a wench full grown, even ripe for marriage rite, this maid, high Philoten, and it is said, for certain in our story she would ever with Marina be, but when she weaved the slit silk with fingers long, small, white as milk, or when she would with sharp needle wound the cambric which she made more sound by hurting it, or when to the lute she sung and made the night bird mute, that still records with moan, or when she would with rich and constant pen veil to her mistress Diane, still this Philoten contend in skill with absolute Marina, so with the dove of Paphos might the crow by feathers white Marina gets all praise which are paid off as debts, and not as given this so darks in Philoten all graceful marks, that Cleon's wife with envy rare a present murderer does prepare for good Marina, that her daughter might stand peerless by the slaughter. The sooner her vile thoughts to stead, Lycorida, our nurse, is dead. And cursed Iason's hath, the pregnant instrument of wrath, pressed for this blow the unborn event. I do commend to your content. Only I carry winged time, post on the lame feet of my rhyme, which never could I so convey, unless your thoughts went on my way. Dianenza doth appear with Leonine a murderer.
Scene 1, Tarsus, an open place near the seashore. Whoosh, whoosh, enter Dionysa and Leonine.
I'd like to say that in the scene, Dionysa and Marina appear together. So is that all right?
All right with me.
Yeah. Look at me.
Thy oath remember, thou hast sworn to do it. 'Tis but a blow, which never shall be known. Thou canst not do a thing in the world so soon, to yield thee so much profit. Let not conscience, which is but cold, inflame in thy bosom. Inflame too nicely, nor let pity, which even women have cast off, melt thee, but be a soldier to thy purpose.
I will do it, but yet she is a goodly creature.
The fitter then the god should have her. Here she comes weeping for her only nurse's death. Thou art resolved?
I am resolved.
No, I will rob Tellus of her weed, to strew thy green with flowers, the yellows, blues, the purple violets and marigolds, shall as a carpet hang upon thy grave, while summer days do last. Ay me, poor maid, born in a tempest when my mother died, this world to me is like the lasting storm, worrying me from my friends. How now, Marina, why do you keep alone? How chance my daughter is not with you? Do not consume your blood with sorrowing, you have a nurse of me. Lord, how your favours changed with this unprofitable woe. Come, give me your flowers, ere the sea mar it. Walk with Leonine, the air is quick there, and it pierces and sharpens the stomach. Come, Leonine, take her by the arm, walk with her. No, I pray you, I'll not bereft you of your servant. Come, come, I love the king your father and yourself with more than foreign heart. We every day expect him here, when he shall come and find our paragram to all reports thus blasted. He will repent the breath of his great voyage, blame both my lord and me, that we have taken no care to your best horses. Go, I pray you, walk and be cheerful. Once again, reserve the excellent complexion which did steal the eyes of young and old. You're not for me. I can go home alone. Well, I will go, but yet I have no desire to it. Come, come, I know 'tis good for you. Walk half an hour. Leonine, at the least, remember what I have said.
I warrant you, madame.
I'll leave you, my sweet lady, for a while. Pray, walk softly. Do not heat your blood. But I must have care of you. My thanks, sweet madam. Is this wind westerly that blows?
Southwest.
When I was born, the wind was north.
'Twas so.
My father and nurse said, did never fear, but cried, good seaman, to the sailors pulling his knightly hands, hailing ropes, and clasping to the mast, endured a sea that almost burst the deck.
When was this?
When I was born, never was waves nor wind more violent, and from the ladder tackle washes off canvas climber. Ha, says one, wilt out? And with a dropping industry they skip from stern to stern. The boatswain whistles and the master calls and trebles their confusion.
Come, say your prayers.
What mean you?
If you require a little space for prayer, I grant it. Pray. But be not tedious, for the gods are quick of ear, and I am sworn to do my work with haste.
Why, will you kill me?
To satisfy my lady.
Why would she have me killed? Now as I can remember, by my troth, I never did her harm in all my life. I never spake bad word, nor did I ill turn to any living creature. Believe me, Law, I never killed a mouse, nor hurt a fly. I trod upon a worm once against my will, but I wept for it. Have I offended, wherein my death might yield her any profit, or my life imply her any danger?
My commission is not of reason, but of deed. But do it.
You will not do it for all the world, I hope. You are well favored, and your looks foreshow you have a gentle heart. I saw you lately, when you caught hurt in parting to, fought. Good sooth, it showed well in you. Do so now. Your lady seeks my life. Come you between and save poor me, the weaker.
I am sworn. I will dispatch.
Hold on! Hold! A prize! A prize!
Have forward, mates, have forward. Come, let's have her brought suddenly.
These roguing thieves serve a great pirate Valdez, and they have seized Marina. Let her go. There is no hope she will return. I swear she's dead and thrown into the sea. But I'll see further. Perhaps they will but please themselves upon her, not carry her aboard. If she remain, whom they have ravished must by me be slain.
Scene 2, Mytheline, a room in a brothel. Enter Pandar, bawd and bolt.
Oh,
Bolt, yes, sir.
search the market narrowly. Mytilene is full of gallons. We lost too much money this mart by being too wenchless.
We were never so much out of creatures. We have but poor three, and that they can do no more than they can do, and they with continual action are even as good as rotten.
Therefore, let's have fresh ones, whatever we pay for them. If there be not a conscience to be used in every trade, we shall never prosper.
Thou sayest true. 'Tis not our bringing up of poor bastards, as I think I have brought up some 11.
Aye, to 11, and brought them down again. But shall I search the market?
What else, man? The stuff we have, a strong wind will blow it to pieces. They're so pitifully sudden.
Thou sayest true. You're too unwholesome, oh conscience. The poor Transylvanian's dead that lay with a little baggage.
Oh, she quickly pooped him. She made him roast meat for worms. But I'll go search the market.
3,000 or 4,000 check-ins were as pretty a proportion to live quietly, and so give over.
Why to give over, I pray you? Is it a shame to get when we're old?
Oh, our credit comes not in like the commodity, nor the commodity wages not with the danger. Therefore, if in our use we could pick up some pretty estate, we're not amiss to keep our door hatched. Besides, the sore terms we stand upon with the gods will be strong with us for giving over.
Come, others sort offend as well as we.
As well as we, aye, and better too. We offend worse. Neither is our profession any trade. It's no calling. But here comes Bolt.
Come on. Oh, come your ways. Oh, my masters. You say she's a virgin? Yes. Oh, sir, we doubt it not. Well, master, I have gone through this piece, you see, and if you like her, so, if not, I have lost my earnest.
But has she any qualities?
She has a good face, and speaks well, and she has excellent good clothes. There's no further necessity of qualities that can make her be refused.
What is her price, Walt?
I cannot be baited one doit out of 1,000 pieces.
Well, follow me, my masters. You shall have your money presently. Wife, take her in. Instruct her what she has to do, that she may not be raw in her entertainment.
Walt, take you the marks of her, the color of her hair, complexion, height, age, with warrant of her virginity, and cry, he that will give most shall have her first. Such a maidenhead were no cheap thing if men were as they have been. Get this done as I command you.
Performance shall follow.
Alack, that Leonine was so slack, so slow. He should have struck, not spoke, or that these pirates, not enough, barbarous, had not overboard thrown me, for to seek my mother.
Why limit you, pretty one?
That I am pretty,
Come, the gods have done their part in you.
I accuse them not.
You're light into my hands, where you are like to live.
The more my fault to escape his hands, where I was like to die.
Aye, and you shall live in pleasure.
No,
Yes, indeed shall you, and taste gentlemen of all fashions. You shall fare well, you shall have the difference of all complexions. What? Do you stop your ears?
are you a woman?
What would you have me be, and I be not a woman?
An honest woman, or not a woman?
Marry with the gosling, I think I shall have something to do with you. Come, you're a young foolish sapling, and must be bald, as I would have you.
The gods defend me.
If it please the gods to defend you by man, then man must comfort you. Man must feed you, man must stir you up. Bolts returned. Now, sir, hast thou cried her through the market?
I have cried her almost to the number of her hairs. I have drawn her pictures with my voice.
And, I prithee, tell me, how dost thou find the inclination of the people, especially of the younger sort?
Oh, faith, they listen to me as they would have hearkened to their father's testament. And there was a Spaniard's mouth so watered that he went to bed with her very description.
Well, we shall have him here tomorrow with his best ruffians.
Rough? Oh, tonight. But, mistress, do you know the French knight that cowers in the hounds?
Who, Monsieur Valory?
Veroli, yes, and he offered to cut a caper in the proclamation too. But he made a groan at it and swore he would see her tomorrow.
Well, as for him, he brought his disease hither. Here he does but repair it. I know he will come in our shadow to scatter his crowns in the sun.
Well, if he had every nation a traveler, he would lodge them with this sign.
Pray you, come hither a while. You have fortunes coming upon you. Mark me, you must seem to do that fearfully which you commit willingly. Despise profit where you have most gain. To weep that you live, as ye do makes pity in your lovers. Seldom, but the pity begets you a good opinion, and that opinion a mere profit.
I understand you not.
Oh, take her home, mistress, take her home. These blushes of hers must be quenched with some precious practice.
Thou sayest true, I faith today must, for your bride goes to that with shame, which is her way to go with warrant.
Faith, some do, and some do not. But, mistress, I'll have bargain for the joint.
Thou mayest cut a morsel off the spit.
I may so, yes.
Who's to deny it? Come, young one, I like the manner of your garments well.
Why, by my faith, they shall not be changed yet.
But spend thou that in the town, report what a sojourn we have. You will lose nothing by costume. When nature framed this piece, she meant thee a good turn. Therefore say what a paragon she is, and thou hast the harvest out of thine own report.
I warrant you, mistress, thunder shall not so awake the beds of eels, as my giving out her beauty stir up the lewdly inclined. I'll bring her home sometime tonight.
Come your ways, follow me.
Fires be hot, knives sharp, or waters deep, untied I still my virgin knot will keep. Diana, aid my purpose.
What have we to do with Diana? Pray you, will you go with us?
Hey guys, I gotta go.
Okay.
I gotta say good night.
Good night.
Nice seeing you all. Yeah.
Guys,
Aloha.
take care.
Aloha, good to see you.
What time is it now?
It's 11:23 over there.